Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Crawfordsville High School. We got a big game tonight between the Crawfordsville Athenians and the Danville Warriors. You're going to listen to the voices of Tony Thomas and Coach Tony Bean. We dipped into the reservoir of greatness to bring in out a girls basketball coach tonight. And we got a good game tonight, Coach.
We do. 12th ranked Danville Warriors, and it'll be a tough test. They're going to be long and trap and get all over us, and we need to be ready for the pressure. It'll be a fun night.
I'm going to guess they're loaded for bear because they were upset by Tri-West just last week, I think.
A couple weeks ago. Yep.
So it kind of changed things in the conference, and we're going to have to play our best game of the season in order to compete tonight with the Warriors. Tell you what we'll do, we'll go right through the starting lineup real quick. And for Danville, they got a 6'6" point guard. His name is Alex Burton. He averages 17.9 a game. His running mate is Austin Cowart. Is it Cowart or Cowart? Cowart, my fault. Yep. Number 11 is Connor Jones. Number 23 is Dylan Ware. And number 33 is Sam Comer. That's the starting lineup for Danville. And for tonight, the Athenians, Tony Beans had every one of them in Pee Wee ball and JV ball. And, Coach, I'll let you do the starting lineups for tonight for the Athenians.
Well, we've got senior Cameron Harris and senior Jack Summer and senior Trayvon Hall and senior Luke Dunham, along with junior Cameron Saunders.
So we're an equal opportunity employer throwing out one junior.
Yeah.
With all these seniors.
If we'd have had one more senior, it might have been different.
We've got 4 great seniors, and they're starting tonight. Got the band here. They got the number 12 team in the state here, and we're ready to roll. Trayvon Hall will be tipping, and the ball is going to Danville.
Trayvon's coming off of a pretty bad ankle sprain. This is his first game back.
I just wondered how long he'll play and how effective he'll be. Baseline drive.
Started out in a 2-3 zone. I know we want to keep it out of the middle. We want to get defensive rebounds, one shot and done, and we'll be doing what it is we're looking to do. We'll kind of let Danville have the outside shot.
Cam Saunders got that ball and reverses it to Jack Summer, who's running the point.
Yep, just running motion offense.
When you see something, you know what's coming, Coach. Well, jump right in there and let us know. I was kind of looking forward to this because, you know, all season long, I never coached these kids, and I have never coached with Coach Pierce, and you wonder things.
Well, just a little weave right here. I mean, we're going to be patient as long as Danville lets us be patient. The less possessions, I think, the better for the Athenians.
They can't score when we've got the ball.
That's the idea.
Trayvon Hall's posted low, left-hand hook, little strong.
Hard.
That looked like it was filled with a lot of adrenaline. Head and shoulder fake. Number 11 is Connor Jones. He's running the point. We're in that 2-3. So number 2 is Alec Burton. He's quite a player. Going baseline. Clears cross court.
There we go. Got to keep him off the boards.
That's the trouble with running the zone. Sometimes you don't have assignments for blocking out. You have to work extra hard to find somebody. That was Austin Cowart with the tip in off the rebound. So the score is 2-0. We're setting up in a 1-4 low. Jack Summer penetrates. Luke Dunham. Jack Summer considers. Spin move, elevate. There's a senior for you.
Good move.
Didn't hesitate.
Nope.
Elevated high on number 4 is Austin Cowart. We're going to stay in this 2-3 as long as we can get away with it, maybe even longer. Being patient with the ball. Alec Burton's number 2, and he is scoring at a clip of 17.9 a game.
Yeah, he's just a big boy.
He's a load. He's a load. Got a double post on this side. Kicks it back out. Penetrates. There's a little bit of contact. Greencastle used to run this little offense where they would get a double post and get one in that short corner. And if you don't know how to rotate in that 2-3 zone, it can just drive you up a wall. I tried to copy it.
Well, I'm not real sure about that screen that he was setting with, not straight up and down. Both, I have to look at that again.
That's one thing I wish we had, the instant replay. Of course, we got 3 officials in this game. We only had 2 in the JV game. So everybody's got an assignment, including the officials.
Karsten Williamson into the game for Luke Dunham.
Number 5 takes a seat on the bench. That second free throw's up. It's short. Karsten Williamson's going to the point. Jack Summer will go to a shooting guard.
Yeah, this is a little more what they've been used to playing.
In recent games, Karsten's been coming on strong here in recent games. Cameron Harris going to elevate for a 3. It's off the back of the iron. Danville's post player gets that rebound. He's going all the way to the hoop. Wow. Thought he's out of control, but it goes in. Cameron Saunders thought about it. Jack Summer, head and shoulder fake, elevates along the baseline.
Darn it. That's a good look.
Good look. He is a load and a half. Doesn't convert on the first shot, but he gets the offensive board, puts it right back up. Danville with another offensive rebound and kicks it back out. Down the lane, Jack Summer got a hand on the ball.
Oh, that's going to be 2 on him.
Wow, right off the bat, that's a killer.
Yep.
And we've got our second sub of the game. Trey Scores is going to come in. Trey is actually our second leading scorer. So we're going to probably trade the second leading scorer for the third leading scorer for the second. They missed another free throw. That's Connor Jones. So far, they're 1 of 3 from the line.
Yeah, Scores is averaging 8 points a game, and Jack's just over 7 points a game.
Second one's up and in. They're 2 of 4 on the night. It's a 6-2 lead for Danville.
Yeah, and they've got 4 points on second chance opportunities.
Here comes the press. 1-3-1 trap.
Yeah, they'll trap out of anything. And another offensive rebound.
Good hands by Cameron Saunders. Woo. Number 23, Dylan Ware with a left-handed reverse. Here comes that 1-3-1 trap again. The passes have to be crisp, and you gotta fake. Good entry.
Come on, Trayvon.
There you go.
Well done.
Who made that pass? Was that from Cameron
That
Saunders?
was from Saunders,
okay.
yeah.
Cameron does a little bit of everything. Great drive to the hoop by number 33. They've had several opportunities going to the basket and haven't been able to convert. 8-4. We're still in the game. Scores has got it on the wing. Cameron Saunders. Trayvon Hull's trying to post up. Trayvon's gone about 4.5 minutes so far. First time he's played in several weeks.
There we go.
Cameron Harris. Is that pass from Karsten Williamson?
I believe it was.
Trying to remember. It's been a while since I've had to take stats. We're still in the 2-3.
Yeah, we need to take away the drives to the paint. So there's another one.
Our guards are almost split too far.
Yeah.
Got our post player for Danville.
There we go. That's what you want to do. Just stop it before it gets to the paint.
3-pointer by number 33 is Sam Coomer. His mother came up before the game. Wanted to get the streaming address.
Get in there.
A little bit long by Trey Scorza. Post player for Danville clears the board. That's Alec Burton. He's going right down the lane, left-handed. Number 23 tries a tip in. That's Dylan Ware. Trey Scorza bringing the ball down. He's running the point. Here comes Karsten Williamson. We'll get things set up now. Looks like Anthony Gonzalez is going to check in here next time there's a dead ball. Karsten Williamson tries to get to the hoop.
Get up. Get up.
And another.
Now look down, Cam.
Got Karsten Williamson. He kicks it out for a 3-pointer. That one's off the back of the rim, and Karsten Williamson ties it up. Number 23 is Dylan Ware. He's been able to get to the hoop numerous times, has not been able to convert but once.
Gonzalez in for Trayvon. Trayvon looks a little winded. Having a couple weeks off. I'm sure he hasn't been running a whole lot.
First time back in game action. He's 1 of 2 from the floor. Played 6 minutes, and we've gone small now. Trading Anthony Gonzalez for Trayvon Hall.
Get it to Karsten.
5 seconds.
Jeez.
5 seconds. I've noticed that several of the Danville players have really long hair. And I'm jealous.
They do.
If you hang around long enough, everything goes in cycles. That's kind of the style when I was in high school and college.
Complete overload into the corner. Yeah, I saw the picture of you out there with you and your wife from a few years ago. A little different.
Little different. Post player puts up a 3, and it's long. Cameron Saunders clears the board. Here comes the Athenians. It's 4 on 3. Cameron Saunders to the hole, and he draws a foul.
Good. Go right at him.
I think that's going to be on Sam Comer. Nope. It's on number 11. Connor Jones picks up the foul. So Cameron Saunders, our newest 1,000-point scorer. I think he sits at number 6 right now.
He does, and he can pass up a few today.
Who's he going to pass?
You know, I'm not sure who. I know that the third highest scorer is Caleb Rasmussen with 1,033, and Cameron needs 19 points in the game to pass that mark. So
to be number 3.
To be number 3.
And he'll be behind whom?
He'll be behind Matt Petty and Matt McCarty.
There's a couple of good players there. 3-pointer.
Yeah, I think Cameron would need another season and a half to catch those guys.
Alec Burton with an offensive rebound and a putback. There's a couple of really good players there in number 1 and 2. I never got to see Petty play, except I saw a game-winning shot in regionals, I think.
No, sectional.
Sectional,
yeah.
Mr. Burton somehow got that posted on the school website a few years ago.
Yep.
And
I was lucky enough to be with Matt his freshman and sophomore year. That was my junior and senior year on the same team.
And he was
terrific.
And he went to Creighton, right?
Went to Creighton and pretty successful.
And Matt McCarty had a pretty decent career and got drafted by the Dodgers.
Yep.
And I've golfed with Matt. Cameron Saunders with a 3. That's a little bit long. Here come the Warriors. They're up 13-9.
Well, the cool thing about McCarty, I always thought, was when he was done with baseball, he went down to Indiana State
and played basketball.
Played a year of basketball after being out of it for I don't know how many years.
Isn't that amazing? I golfed with Matt one day, and I think I used a 4-iron, and he used a wedge and went further than I did.
Yeah.
Humbling, just humbling. I imagine he was a pretty decent baseball player. You ever seen him play baseball?
I didn't.
Cameron Harris.
I wish I was paying attention then. I should have been.
Anthony Gonzalez had that steal right before the buzzer. The first quarter score is 9-16.
Yeah, I forgot. We're not doing the graphics, so we do need to say the score.
We are the graphics.
Yeah, we are the graphics. I forgot about that.
Justin Duggar's not here tonight, and Coach Welliver's running the camera and the computer. And usually Scott Smith got his head down doing statistics. But not too bad of a quarter. We did take 2 or 3 quick shots there near the end of the quarter, kind of got away from what we were doing earlier.
Yeah, offensive rebounds hurt us to some degree, and Danville has hit a couple threes.
And they've penetrated to the lane through our zone.
Yeah.
We've got to do a better job of closing out there. I've got Danville for 2 threes. Toby Highland and Sam Comer both have a 3-pointer. They've had 1, 2, 3, 4. They've had 6 players score. We've got 3 players who've scored. And the possession era naturally is in favor of Danville.
Yeah, need a quick stop, get a bucket or 2 here.
We've got Cameron Harris, Trey Scorza, Karsten Williamson, Cameron Saunders, and Anthony Gonzalez in the game. We're still playing small right now. I don't know if Coach is going to save Larry Hayes for the second half. And he went right through the lane. Big rebound for Cameron Saunders. Goes to his left hand. Anthony Gonzalez stops. Karsten Williamson had his hand on the ball.
We needed that rebound.
Well, we did.
We were right there.
They're a little bit. They're more physical than we are. They're just bigger.
Yep.
What can you say? Post player's got it. He's going hard to the hoop, and they're going to call a foul. Alec Burton. Well, he is really, really strong. I'm going to guess that foul's on Cameron Saunders. Cameron Saunders. First foul, okay. So Alec Burton, let's see what kind of stroke he's got from the line. In and out. Ooh, good rebound by Cameron Saunders. Notice Alec Burton's got a little beard there. I didn't even shave till I was about 25. It's amazing. Good defensive. Karsten Williamson tried to go down the lane. He's being manhandled by number 4, is Austin Cowart. And there's that number 10, Peyton Roof.
Yep.
He was a varsity player. Yep. Got in a couple of quarters, a couple of JV quarters. Now he's in the varsity game. Cameron Harris has got that ball. We're going to reload. You know what? We're running high, got a high pick and roll. There it is. Good play. Oh, man. Got the foul on number 2.
Got the foul on him, but
I thought that was
we should have hit that
sure.
one. It's all right.
You know, the pick and roll's the oldest play in the playbook. It still works.
It does.
When you run it right.
It does, exactly.
So Cameron Saunders, our only junior starting tonight.
Let's see what Cameron does from the line. He has really struggled from the line this year. That's his 4th make in 26 attempts.
Oh, you're kidding.
And here's the thing. I know. I've watched him shoot. It's something. It doesn't look that bad.
No, it's good rotation on it.
But he was 1 for 2 there, upped his percentage.
There you go.
And let's see if he can get to the line again.
I read something today. You probably know this already. Three-pointer, not good box out by Karsten Williamson, but he couldn't get his hands on it. I thought that Alec Burton might dunk that one. That's 4 field goals for him now. Trey Scorza going to call the foul number 13 running by. I bet you $1 million. Yep. We, in the last 30 years, we are 1-22 against Danville.
Is that right?
We won in 07. I'd like to know who's on the 07 team. Can you even remember?
That was...
yeah, I mean, that's 10 years ago.
It was a couple years before I really got involved. I'd have to really think about it.
It was when I came back on Darren's staff. I took 2 years off to watch my kid play in college, and oh man, I can tell you some of the girls who played in 07, but I'd have to have the lineup. But we beat them that year.
I'm thinking Ben Zachary, Ross Wheeler. Would that be?
I remember
they might have been
Wheeler.
They might have been 06. See, I can't remember for sure.
Good entry pass.
Andrew Swart would have been a junior.
Wow. Alec Burton's heating up. Hits a 15-footer. It's 22-12 now. It's a 10-point lead. The Warriors have scored 6, and the Athenians have scored 3. And Will Kellerman's in the game now. Got another high. Oh, he was wide open. Couldn't get him to pass. Kellerman kicks it out to Scorza. Kicks it back out to Will Kellerman. That was in and out.
Good job,
Scorza
Trey.
with a good rebound. Cameron Harris has got the ball. Coach Pierce is going to reset things. What are we running here, Coach?
Yeah, I'm not sure yet.
Cameron Harris comes off to pick onto the wing. There you go. There you go.
That was a little wrinkle that I hadn't seen before. Obviously trying to get Cameron isolated.
Get him out on the wing and let him take it to the hoop. Use his strength. Number 11 puts up a 3-pointer. That's Connor Jones. That's his first field goal, 4th point of the night. It's 25-14. It's an 11-point lead. Karsten Williamson tries to go over the top to Cameron Saunders. He's going to take on Alex Burton. Karsten Williamson for a 3.
Get in there.
Danville gets the rebound.
Pretty good look.
Good look. We didn't have anybody on the backside to rebound. And there's the postman going to shoot a 3-pointer. Good rebound by Will Kellerman. He's sandwiched between number 11, Connor Jones. Is that number 13? Did he pick up the foul? Toby Highland?
Yeah, I think so.
Is it Hilland or Highland?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. I apologize. Man, look at the blonde hair on that kid.
So 25-14 with 4.5 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Only down 11. We just need to hit a couple of hoops and get a stop. Karsten Williamson elevates.
There we go.
That's his first hoop of the night. 25-16. Danville's down. We're still in the zone. A long three-pointer.
Boy, they're hitting everything now.
Wow. Connor Jones, that's his second three in a row.
That's going to make it tough if they're hitting that kind of stuff.
Eventually you got to guard some shooters. Will Kellerman's got the ball on the wing.
They're face guarding Harris.
Double dribble on Will Kellerman. Coach Pierce is going down to his bench. Luke Dunham's going to come back in the game. The senior wearing number 5. Will Kellerman's going to take a seat. So we've got Karsten Williamson, Trey Scorza, Cameron Harris, Cameron Saunders. Neither one of those guys have been out of the game, and we've just gone man. Coach Pierce has seen enough of the zone. Let's remember the score was 28-16 when we went to the men, and let's see how we respond. Tell you what's going to be hard on Cameron Saunders to guard somebody who's got 4 inches on him and probably 20 pounds.
Well, we immediately dug down and double teamed it.
Karsten Williamson's going to pick up that foul because he brought his hand down trying to block that shot. He's guarding kid Peyton Roof. Has probably got Karsten by a good 25 pounds. And that's a difficult assignment to block him out. Peyton Roof played a really good JV game, hits his first free throw.
I'm not sure there's any Danville player that doesn't have 25 pounds on the guy that's guarding him.
They're men. Second shot's up and in. So Peyton Roof comes off the bench.
Oh, come on.
Turnover. Layup by number 11 is Connor Jones. That kid's come alive here in the last few seconds. Karsten Williamson. They call the foul on number 23, Dylan Ware. Thank goodness for that.
Well, they doubled us up 32-16, and now they're bringing full court pressure on that we're not handling yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
Should bring Williamson into the middle.
There we go. There we go. Well, it was to the right person, but we weren't able to execute. Coach is looking down his bench.
Yeah, he's going to go with Jack Summer even with 2 fouls.
Jack picking up those 2 quick fouls really hurt us because we were still in contention there even at the quarter break. So we got hope that Jack can get through the next 3 minutes without picking up that 3rd foul. Karsten Williamson takes a seat. Coach Pierce has a word or two for his sophomore point guard. Danville, they're working that left side of the basket. This is probably the most action Luke Dunham has had in the first half in a while.
It is.
Entry pass down to Alex Burton. And Alex Burton draws the foul. Let's see who's going to give it to. He's probably thinking number 5. Luke Dunham picks up the foul.
Number 5, Luke Dunham. His first.
We're shooting a 1-on-1 or a 2.
Looks like 2.
If he makes the first one, it won't make any difference. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's his 11th point of the first half, and he averages 17.9, so he's well on his way to hitting his average. Second shot's up. It's long. Cameron Saunders clears the boards. Here comes Jack Summer. Jack Summer hands it off to Cameron Saunders. Elevates to shoot. That shot is blocked by Alec Burton. He's leading the break. Passes it to number 33, Sam Comer, and that foul is on Cameron. Is that on Cameron?
I think it was on Scorza.
Scorza picks up the foul. And number 33 is going to go to the line. 1, 2, 3, 4. They've hit 4 3-pointers now.
Bringing Larry Hayes in for Cameron.
So Larry Hayes is going to get 1. See, he's got 3 quarters to play.
Yeah, so he's good to go.
I'm not sure how many fouls Cameron Saunders has. Hit both those free throws. It's now 35-16. It's a 19-point lead. Cameron Harris into the middle to Jack Summer. Bounce pass, stolen by Danville. I tell you, they work hard all the time. And number 33 takes out 2 of our players.
Jack's lucky he didn't get his 3rd foul right there.
He is lucky. I tell you what, Alec Burton is relentless. he's a man and is relentless. Cameron Harris. I hope they call a block.
They did.
Because Cameron did not look where he was going.
Nope.
That was a great call. Great call. So Cameron Harris is going to the line, and he'll be shooting a 1-on-1.
Checking out for the Warriors.
Cameron's got a 3, got a 2, got 2 free throws, and we need these points in the worst way. First one's up and in, nothing to it. And that's 3, 5, 7, 8 points on the night. We're kind of keeping track in the background of some personal things that don't enter into the win. That free throw's a little bit long. So 20-point lead right now for Daniel.
Daniel.
There you go. Danville. How hard is it? Number 11's been firing. Here we go. Jack Summers got the rebound. Clears it to Trey Scorza. He stops.
Trey, come on.
Shoots the ball on the floor. It's blocked. Here comes Danville. They got 4-on-1. Jack Summer with 2 fouls is mixing her up.
Yeah, and I think Pierce is telling him that right now.
What exact words do you think he's using?
I'm sure it's just encouraging advice.
Oh, wow. Great play. Nice play. Alec Burton is scoring at will. Great pass. There's a bounce pass. It's off of Trey Scorza's hands. They're just, they're bigger, they're taller, they're stronger. They're playing with confidence. Right now they got everything going. Will Kellerman checks in for Jack Summer.
So I'm not sure who's playing the point here.
Well, I'm going to guess.
There's only a minute 20. They're going to hold the ball maybe a little bit.
I wonder if they're going to hold the ball. I mean, Larry Hayes is guarding. Woo! Too strong. There's an offensive rebound by number 23, Dylan Ware. That's only his second hoop of the night. This full court press has been relentless.
Cameron didn't meet his pass there.
Number 11 is Connor Jones. There's 2 more points, and the score is suddenly 43-17. You know, just some little fundamental things where you don't meet the ball, or it's kind of like a receiver in football. You think you're going to catch it, and you turn your head to run. They're just one step ahead of us at this point. The score after one quarter was 16-9.
Yeah, it's 27-point quarter for Danville.
So 27-8. That's kind of difficult. You know, the other night against Tri-West, I was following on Twitter.
Yep.
And I forget what the score was, but it was a boatload ahead of us.
We were down about 25, I think, at one point.
Were you there at the game?
I was.
Okay.
And cut that thing, I think, got it all the way down to 6.
We were in the game.
A couple minutes to go. Definitely in the game at the end. Yeah.
Right now, Danville looks like a really, really good team. Another turnover. Number 23 pass it over, and it's going out of bounds. And we have another player off the bench, Jesse Johnson Hall, going to check in. And I'm not sure how many quarters he played.
I think he played off. They might have sat him 1. I'm not sure. He might be done after this quarter.
I was going to say this. He's going to get 50 seconds right here. Luke Dunham was open in the quarter, took his eyes off the ball. There's another turnover for the Athenians.
We're about as rattled as it can get.
Cameron Saunders is going to check back in the game.
I mean, Coach Pierce is getting to the point now where he's taking guys out when they turn the ball over and just saying, "Come on, I'm gonna find 5 guys that'll handle the basketball."
Play. Yep, we've all been there.
Yep,
it's not a lot of fun. Several years ago, well, my last year, we scored the first hoop of the game, and I called the timeout and took a picture of the scoreboard. Another 3's up, and then Danville scored 27 points in a row. 27-2.
Yeah.
Cameron Saunders.
19 seconds to go, so let's see if we can...
To the hoop. There's 2. He's deadly when he takes the ball to the hoop. We just can't get him there enough. 43-19. Boy, it'd be nice. There's a long 3-pointer again. That guy is unconscious. Woo! From Roachdale, Indiana. Number 11 is Connor Jones. That's his third three-pointer of the night.
Yeah.
Well,
46-19 at halftime.
they scored 30. We scored 10.
Yeah.
That makes it kind of tough.
Well, they'll talk about it and regroup for the second half. In the meantime, we're going to get Coach Froge up here.
Coach Froge,
and let you ask him a couple questions about the upcoming baseball season.
We're taking bets on how many questions I get to ask.
There we go.
How much money on how many questions I get to ask? Coach Froge, come on in. We've got the Hall of Fame baseball coach from Crawfordsville High. How many years have you coached now?
Oh, boy. First question. This will be 37, believe it or not.
At Crawfordsville?
At all Crawfordsville.
And every year's been at Crawfordsville?
Yep. Came here right out of Anderson University. And
so you came here at the age of 12?
Yes, absolutely.
That is amazing.
Exactly.
And now your daughter is kind of following in your steps as the head softball coach. And I always forget what her last name is.
Carpenter.
Sorry. Well, I apologize already. Anyway, let's talk first. You're losing some players from last year. We won't talk about them much, but if you can just give us their names.
Sure. We did graduate a good senior class last year. And, of course, Trent's opening up this weekend with Purdue.
Boilermakers.
Baseball. They had a little change of their plans the last second.
Yeah.
It's one thing for us to get a game rained out. Somebody cancels on us and we try to pick up a game. Instead of going to Texas, they're going to Georgia at the last minute. You can only do that at that level.
That's right.
And then, of course, four-year starter he was, and all-state pitcher, and Caden Jones, all-state outfielder. Brendan Dow and Cale Wendelin, good senior class.
Oh, man.
And then Chase Dow's already enrolled at Marion University and is going to play for them over there. So we're turning that roster over for sure, but we're excited.
So 5 seniors, and a senior that you missed is Tommy Edwards.
Yeah,
because
last
of his
year.
untimely death. So that would have been another senior.
Yep, that was a good class last year and had a lot of success. They won just right at 80% of the games over 4 years.
That's incredible. So those guys are gone, and now you got a lot of holes to fill. So let's start with who's going to be the pitching staff this year.
Well, when we look at the whole thing, one thing that's going to be different this year is we played as a travel group last summer. We always play a little bit in June, but we actually played the travel circuit. So all these guys that are back, we really got a varsity season under our belt.
How many games did you play?
Playing together, we were right near 30.
Wow.
But they were tournament-level games. We played at Eastern Kentucky, played over at Grand Park, and got tremendous experience, played 17U, and we only had a couple of kids that were actually 17, so we were playing up.
That's awesome.
It has made a difference. I've already seen it this winter in the workouts.
And did we compete well?
And competed extremely well.
Good.
Maybe even exceeded the coaching staff expectations. We just wanted to get the experience, get in there, get high-level competition, and by the end of the summer, we were a super competitive team, even with much older kids. And all of our young kids got a lot of varsity level experience and pitching. So we're feeling good going in this year, even though we are really young.
Okay.
A lot of things undetermined. You mentioned about the pitching. But
who's going to be your best pitcher?
Cam Saunders was our JV ace last year.
Okay.
Got one varsity start against number 1 4A Carmel in our invitational. The team that had 10 D1 kids.
Oh, my goodness.
Did a great job and got a couple other outings in the varsity level, but dominated at the JV level.
Okay.
He's since made the Indy Bulls, the Indiana's Elite travel team, their number 1 team, pitching staff, for this next summer. He's going to play with them.
Okay.
Super hard worker. He is going to be a outstanding high school pitcher.
Okay.
So just going into the year, he looks like he'd be there at the top. And Will Kellerman's pitched off and on. He pitched a lot in his whole career, but just a little bit in high school so far. But he's worked at it. He'll be right in there, lefty.
Righty and a southpaw. Looking good so far.
Two really good juniors. Jake Decker, a junior, taking big steps physically and worked hard at it. Fill in there. Austin Warren, sophomore, really hard-throwing, gifted sophomore.
Okay.
Doing well. Cade Fitzwater, senior, is going to pitch some. Josh Blackburn, Cale McCarty. If anybody knows Crawfordsville baseball, Coach Welliver, virtually everybody in the program is a pitcher until you prove you're not a pitcher. And
that would be me.
And that's the truth all the way up through. And some of these guys that are going to get innings have continued to get all their bullpens, all their work in every season, every off season. and then one day their opportunity comes to contribute, and that's what's going to happen this year. So it's not like we're starting from scratch and these kids haven't done anything. They've all been pitching. They've all been working at various levels, and so it's just a matter of stepping up. But people will see quite a bit different lineup out there, especially from the pitching standpoint.
Yeah, you mentioned at least 7 names.
Yeah.
Let's go around the horn here.
And, of course, we're only in February, so we don't have a lineup. But the kids that were with that travel bunch that we played last summer, we got Josh Blackburn, Jr., be a three-year starter, center fielder.
Wow.
So a lot of experience there, very good player. And last year, Carson Scott, as a freshman, started every game. And the 2-hole had a great year, second-team all-conference, as was Josh Blackburn. Will Kellerman started all last year, most of his part of his freshman year. So we got 3 of those solid full-time players back, returning. And then Owen Bennett started 3/4 of the game at catcher as a freshman, first freshman catcher I've ever had.
Really? Man.
And then we've got some depth in catching. Sammy Riddle. He'll be a senior, one of our 2 seniors, him and Cade Fitzwater, our 2 seniors. Cade was injured much of last year, but was a sectional starter at shortstop, so Cade can play anywhere on the field and is pretty good at everywhere. And Sammy's a catcher, DH, can play some outfield. So we definitely have, some guys that have played some baseball.
Okay. Who's going to be your biggest competition in the area? Let's start with the conference.
Sure. Let me back out. I left out one guy. It's very important. We got a big spot to fill at shortstop because that's where Trent played for 4 years, and Brendan Dow, and then Cade Fitzwater a little bit last year. And last summer, Cale McCarty, a pretty familiar name in these parts.
Yeah, his dad was a fairly decent player.
And, Cale's very competitive, emerged as a good leader, really developing his skills. He's going to be there at our shortstop. So just feeling really good about our juniors and our sophomores, and then those 2 seniors that we have.
Now, Cale is a sophomore, right? Is he a sophomore?
Yeah, Cale's a sophomore.
I know he just got his driver's license, driving a big Jeep. But he's a good fielder. He's got a good arm.
Yep. Good instincts for the game, and good vocal leader, and kind of gets the competitiveness, I think, pretty honestly, from his mother, actually.
I'll ask her Sunday at church.
Matt will appreciate that. So, anyway, just really like those 10 returning guys we have from that summer travel group. And then we've got a good group of some younger guys, sophomores, and a real good group of freshmen coming. And, who knows? It seems like there's always a surprise every spring that somebody cracks a lineup you didn't expect. And kids are all, the non-winter sport kids have worked extremely hard. We started, I think, November 13th a couple times a week, doing like a core workout and some baseball skill things in our open gym. And so those non-winter sport kids have worked hard, and we're anxious to get going.
You've got a real juggernaut going here at Crawfordsville, because when I came to interview at my church, the first thing they said is, now, we don't care, you can do anything you want, except this is a baseball town. So don't try to do anything on Sunday nights in the spring. Okay, so that was kind of my marching orders.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Don't conflict with the baseball team.
Yeah, there you go. I've been fortunate. We've had so many good kids and families over the years, and Coach Willer and I have been working together over 30 years. And
how long has he been on your staff?
I think this is his 33rd or 34th.
Wow.
And so that continuity's said a lot.
Really important.
We've had very loyal families come through, and we're on some second generation kids, and it's just been a wonderful place to work. And I've had a lot of former players come back and help. Tony Bean, girls basketball coach now, former player. It's just committed at an unbelievable level to just the high school athletes at Crawfordsville and all the things he's done in the community athletically. Got a lifetime friend in Daryl Hobson, who also had a couple of good sons play through here. He was on our staff.
Pretty decent players there.
So we just couldn't ask for more in the type of help we've had over the years, and the commitment we've gotten from the kids and the families. And I think they just get into high school and they just think they're going to be successful. And we'll be young, and we'll got a tough schedule, but
we do.
I think when it's all said and done, we'll put out another good team this year.
Got enough time to ask you one more really important question. How much longer can you go? You're enjoying it, obviously.
I'll probably get one day with somebody not asking me that, because I get asked that a lot. All I know is Mike Krzyzewski and some guys at higher levels are a lot older than I am. So
there
hopefully
you go.
a while yet.
I'm with you, Coach. Hey,
back to the action.
Thanks for visiting with us. You've been listening to Coach Froge, head coach of the baseball team. And he's got quite a program going. And right now, where I'm seated, we've got the entire baseball coaching staff up here. I'm surrounded by baseball. I love it. Cameron Harris is going to go to the line. He'll be shooting 2. First shot's a little bit strong.
That's 2 free throw misses in a row. He's an 80% free throw shooter on the year.
Let's get that out of the way real quick.
Absolutely.
He's got 5, 7, 8 points. Make that 9. So if things are right.
I got him for 11.
11? I missed the hoop someplace.
I think he hit, yeah. So 11 points means he's actually 8 points away from being the
3rd
3rd all-time leading scorer at Crawfordsville High School, and that's where he's going to end up. He's not going to catch number 1 or number 2, but he'll take a good lead on number 3. So,
and it's
passing up Caleb Rasmussen.
And he was quite a player.
He was
quite a player, and being next to number 1, number 2 at Crawfordsville that's not so bad.
Not at all.
Not so bad. Danville's leading 46-20. Got a little foul there on Karsten Williamson. Number 4 is Austin Cowart. By the way, I don't think I ever gave the scoring averages for Danville players, but Alec Burton comes in scoring 17-9. And then Connor Jones scores 13-1. Then there's 3 other kids. And tell you what, this team, they know their roles.
Yeah.
They play really well as a team. They play really hard and together. If I wasn't an Athenian, they would be a lot of fun to watch.
They are a lot of fun. Brian Barber, coach, been there a long time. And,
forever.
He knows how to win ball games and how to play, and it's usually a disciplined bunch, and they do things the right way at Danville.
Jack Summer for a 3.
Jack Summer.
That'll help.
Yeah, and now that he's out of foul trouble, starting the second half, he could be a big boost to us.
Let's hope he'll play
Hopefully
smart.
he stays that way and doesn't get another one quickly.
There is a great play. Alec Burton had got double teamed, and Austin Cowart slipped in behind that double team, and a great pass. Strips Cameron Harris, and here come the Warriors. We got 3 on 4, and they throw it away. That's one of those where you need to back her up. Didn't quite have the numbers. It's easy to say that up here when you're not running at breakneck speed down the court. Carson Williamson's got that ball, and we've got our press back out. This time it's
1-3-1 half court.
Oh boy, and they got some. There it is.
Karsten's really struggling with this pressure.
Part of it is they are just so physical and strong. Cameron Harris made a real good play there. He tried to throw it off of number 33, and I couldn't tell if he did or not.
Yeah, he did, and it hit the referee when the referee was standing out of bounds, so it's going to be Athenian basketball. It's a nice play.
Good thing Danville had made a good play on that steal and had thrown a pass out there. Looked like a good pass. Didn't work out for Danville. It sure worked out for us. Here come the Athenians. Will Kellerman's got the ball on the wing. He reverses it. They go inside to Saunders. They reverse it to Will Kellerman, who thought twice. If I'm another turnover by Carson Williamson. Just a little bit of hesitation.
Yeah,
there.
he's not playing with confidence right now. There's no question about that.
Boy, when you play a good team, they can expose all your weaknesses.
Yep.
Sometimes you just got to play through it.
Well, that's what he's getting a chance to do right now.
You give and go. They called the foul on Carson Williamson, who ran by. I always hate that call. They made that call on Purdue the other night. Guy didn't touch the player, and that's a. I don't know why they call it. Won't do any good to complain about it.
Nope.
But I don't like it. Anyway, here's Alec Burton. That free throw's in. And he's living up to all his billing. Their team and their team pressure. Jack Summer elevates. Draws the foul. That's going to be on Austin Cowart. That's only his first foul of the game, and Jack Summers going to the line for a couple of free throws. First one's up and in. That's his 6th point on the night. At this point, our team is trying to learn to play with pressure. We're going to see that come section. Actually, we're going to see it next Friday against Covington. They got quite a team.
Covington's got a really good team. Number 1 in 1A, I believe. As far as I know, they're still number 1.
Wow.
So, yeah, we've 3 of our last 4 games here to end the season. Number 1 team in the state, 3A. Number 12 team in the state tonight in 3A. And the number 1 team in the state in 2A. So, you know,
woo.
I don't know.
David knows how to schedule them, doesn't he?
Don't know how next week's game is going to end up as far as a win or a loss, but it will prep us for the sectional.
It will.
And
sectional's
we
wide
have a
open
sectional
this
that's wide open. Yep, absolutely.
Any of the teams in our sectional can win. That we are all right there together.
Yep. Southmont on paper is going to be the favorite, and they've beaten the teams that are in a sectional. But I think everyone will go in with confidence that any team can beat any team.
Jack Summer kicks that ball out to Anthony Gonzalez. Jack's looking for an opportunity to shoot. We're having a hard time even making entry
Danville's
passes.
doing a great job being out in the passing lanes and
Jack Summer for a long
making
three.
everything tough.
When in doubt, shoot over the zone.
Hey, you know what? Jack's playing like a senior.
He is. He's got 10 points.
Sure.
Entry pass.
Him and Cameron have, 21 points, I think, of our 28.
We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 6 players who've scored. Trayvon's got 2. Williamson's got 2. Scores has got 2. Cameron Saunders got 1. Number 23 is going to the line. That's Dylan Ware. He'll be shooting 2. Was that foul on? They give it to Saunders. Okay. I was hoping they didn't.
No, they gave it to Gonzalez.
Okay. I saw Jack Summer on the opposite side. I hope they weren't going to call him for reaching in. It's 55-28. We're 4 minutes and 35 seconds into the second quarter. And that one's a little bit strong. You know, the one thing I've noticed about Danville is they're not great free throw shooters.
Yeah.
Cameron Harris with a long 3. That's over the top. And change of possession to Danville. Larry Hayes is into the game for Cameron Saunders. And Larry Hayes is going to get an education here. Let's see how he does.
Yeah, he is.
Let's see if he meets the challenge.
Well, I know one thing. He needs to stay in front of his, stay between him and his guy in the basket. Don't close out real hard because he will go around you. Make him shoot outside.
Yeah. Alec Burton is surprisingly quick.
Yeah.
He is a terrific player. I would love to have seen Danville Tri-West game. That would have been a lot of fun.
Yeah. That's obviously a huge rivalry too, and sure it was exciting.
Shots off the back of the rim by Toby. It's either Highland or Hilland, and I'm not sure what it is. I apologize, Toby. I tried to ask before the game, and I forgot. Jack Summer entry pass to Cameron Saunders.
Cameron Harris.
Harris, my fault. One of the Camerons. It's kind of like the Edwards twins up at Purdue. Edwards and Edwards at Law. Cameron Harris is going to the line. Shooting 2. First one's up. It's long.
Well, he's missed 3 of them today.
Takes a big breath. 3 dribbles. Second one's good. What's the countdown towards number 3?
I've got him for 12, so he needs
7
6
more.
points to tie, 7 to take the lead.
Alec Burton took that 3-pointer, did not get boxed out, got the rebound, put her home. Jack Summer to the lane, elevates. He's on fire. Jack Summer's looking good. We need him to pick up his level of play as we go towards section.
Yes, we do.
It's time for the seniors to step up. Alec Burton, there is a major league move. Woo. What do you suppose he's going to play in college? Football or basketball?
That's a good question.
He's at a size where he'd have to play a small forward in basketball. He could probably play a defensive lineman or a linebacker in college, depending on what level he would. But I think he played football, if I remember right.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Coach Welliver was going down through the list before the game saying football, 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 football. There's a bunch of them.
Yep.
I'm impressed, I can tell you that. They've got quite a lineup. Even the kids they bring off the bench, they can all contribute. That one's short.
They have struggled at the line.
They have.
No question about that.
And I don't know if it's a season-long thing or just an aberration. Jack Summers thinking about a long three. Cameron Harris has it. He elevates. 2 points. His shot's going down tonight. We got two of our seniors who are scoring well. Number 4, Austin Cowart. He elevates. So they're trading hoops. Jack Summer has handled that ball pretty well tonight. Cameron Harris. Larry Hayes is posting up.
Get it to him.
Cameron Harris is on fire.
That was just a 2.
Just a 2, my fault. I was going to give him credit. Score is 59-35. It's a 24-point lead. We're in the third quarter. You're listening to Tony Thomas and Tony Bean. T squared tonight for the announcers.
That's right.
We haven't scored a point. In fact, I'm probably minus on my Twitter debacle there in the JV game. The score was 28-16 when we went man. That was a 12-point lead.
Yeah.
It's a little bit higher now, but
that didn't have anything to do with our man-to-man. That was us not being able to beat their pressure.
And our zone was allowing some penetration and threes. I'm sure David got sick of it.
Yeah.
Alec Burton sets the pick. There's the oldest play in basketball.
Yep.
Number 13 got a little contact. No calls made. Here comes Jack Summer. Kicks it down to Gonzaga.
Gosh darn it. Stop turning it over.
Didn't catch it in triple threat position. Here comes Luke Dunham. Another senior's coming into the game. Gonzo's going to take a seat on the bench. It's 59-35, 2:10 on the clock. Here come the Warriors. I'm ready for our band to come back. we need a picker-upper here. Hear that game you guys played and the band played? I couldn't even hear me or Scott.
Yeah.
Alec Burton for a three-pointer. Wow. Well, he can officially do it all now. Luke Dunham. Trey Scores has got the ball. Jack Summer. Going to set things up. Going to run a high pick and low. And then we're going to give the ball to Cameron Harris out front. We got 1:30 to go in the quarter. Here comes the high pick and roll with Larry Hayes. He's open. Missed him. If he scores, that's okay. There we go.
Well, that ties him with Caleb Rasmussen.
Caleb?
Third place in the all-time scoring list at Crawfordsville High School.
That's a good name to have your name connected to. Larry Hayes with the block. That foul's going to be in Cameron Harris. So he's got 19 on the night.
He's got 18.
18.
He needs 19 to beat it. At least that's what I've got.
12. Yep, I've got 18. I must have counted up wrong a while ago. Is that number 11 at the line? The kid who hit all the threes in the first half?
Yeah, it is.
Connor Jones with his first point of the second half. He had quite a first half. I had him for 14 in the first half. He averages 13-1. Second free throws up, and I think, you know what, they I'd like to see their season stats for free throws. Trayvon Hall is going to make his first appearance of the second half. Cameron Harris to Larry Hayes. Shots up and in. There you go. That's good to see.
Yeah, it is.
Pick and roll worked. Good block by Larry Hayes. How about that? Fans like it. Jack Summer got stripped. Long pass. Alec Burton's got it. He had a man open. Trey Scores is going to get the foul. And Danville's pleading for an intentional foul. I don't think they're going to get it.
Little trash talk there by Burton to Luke. And I don't think Dunham's going to back down. He's not.
There's about 100 pounds difference between those two players. Tell you, they can't shoot free throws.
Nope, you're right.
If there's one chink in the armor, you know, as a coach, you can always, even when you got a good team, you go, oh, there's one thing we don't do well. You just hope it doesn't bite you in the backside.
So Coach Pierce has gone with all 4 seniors again.
Good.
And Larry Hayes with them.
Good. Larry Hayes is a junior. I tell you what, that kid's improved 100% since the first game of the season.
We're going to get it to him.
Take it, kid.
Got underneath the hoop.
Stuck.
There we go. Oh, Luke, you got to shoot that. Luke's got to shoot that ball.
You know what? There's 15 seconds, and
yeah,
when you're open against a really good team.
When you're down 25, you take the shot.
We got a double foul. Larry Hayes and number 11.
Number 11, I think.
Connor Jones. Got a little chirping going on here. The outcome of the contest is not in question. Sometimes when you're used to delivering the blows, you don't like receiving them. Cameron Harris, there we go.
That's it.
He passes Caleb Rasmussen. And the score is 64 to 42.
That is 1,036 points. 1,036 career points for Cameron Harris.
Well, that's a good round number.
It is.
And he played varsity 3 seasons?
Yeah.
4?
3 seasons.
3 seasons.
So
Did Caleb play 4 seasons?
Caleb played 4.
Caleb Rasmussen, one of the quickest kids that I've ever seen play for Crawfordsville. I saw him on the golf course last summer.
Yeah.
At first time I saw him, I thought, man, I know this kid. It took me just a little while to figure out who he was.
Yeah. Assuming gave it away. I haven't seen him in a long time.
I think when did he graduate? Been 4 years ago?
In 2012. Yeah.
5 years ago.
Yeah, 5. Yeah. No, 6 years ago. This graduating.
Wow. I'll tell you what, you'll notice as you get older, they go by quicker.
Yeah. My son graduated in 2012, so I
Is that right?
remember. Yeah.
Where is your son now?
He's actually home, just got his master's degree, and now he's trying to decide between a PhD and a job, but he's into strength and conditioning. Wants to be a strength and conditioning coach.
Cool. Well, some people get a PhD and some get a JOB.
There you go. Yeah.
I'm sure he's got some college bills that he's going to have to repay at some point.
He does.
If he gets
Believe me.
Yeah, if he gets a PhD, why, you won't have to worry. Larry Hayes is down on the floor. Uh-oh.
Traveled.
I'm glad they called him for walking because...
they didn't call the timeout.
Timeout. There we go.
Timeout.
That's even a better call.
So it's 64 to 42. Just started the 4th quarter.
Okay, if you're the coach, what are the things you want your guys to work on? You know the game, the outcome's gone. So what are the things that we can work on?
Right. Well, one thing you want to do is you want the seniors to get a shot in this quarter, and I'm sure Coach would like to see each one of them score. And so Luke Dunham needs to hit a bucket. That's why I was so adamant he needed to take that last shot.
Absolutely, wide open.
After that, I'm sure midway through the quarter he'll get the seniors out and play the young guys that just need to get their confidence back. Play to get your confidence back.
Well, Cameron Harris has played well. Jack Summers played well. Larry Harris, in the time he's had, has done some good things.
Yep.
Trayvon has gotten himself in the game. It's been a long, long time. We need him come sectional time. Be nice to have all of our pieces. Jack Summer elevates, hesitates. That shot's in and out. Larry Harris with the rebound.
Oh, he was going to hit Dunham right there.
Good.
There we go.
Trayvon Hall.
Hall.
It's his first hoop of the second half, and Larry Hayes picks up the assist. The lead is down to 20 points. We got a new player in for Danville, number 20. I'll have to look at his name when I get a chance. You see him on there?
That's Ben Stevens.
Ben Stevens, man.
6-foot senior.
Look at the biceps in that kid. That's got to be a football player. And he's a senior.
Yeah.
He's one of the rare kids for Danville who is not a 6-footer. He's only 5'11". To give you some idea, folks, Alec Burton is 6'6". Sam Comer's 6'5". Dylan Ware is 6'5". Connor Jones is 6'3".
Yeah.
I mean, this
and they got a 6'7" kid on the JV that's on the end of this bench, too.
And has a real nice left-handed half hook.
Yeah.
He's going to be a good player. Danville's got things loaded.
Yep.
Yeah, what I like about this quarter so far, we've cut the lead to 20.
Yep.
It'd be kind of a moral victory if we did. I think they're, according to Sagrin, they're supposed to win by 21, if I recall. We have only beaten Danville one time. The only time was in 2007, if I recall, and I have no clue on earth who was on that team. I should have looked that up and had those names ready to roll.
We had a chance to win it last year on a last-second shot. I mean, we've had some close ones.
There was an overtime game a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Alec Burton. 2 more. He's had a big game. Jack Summers, left hand, good left hand. Luke Dunham's got it.
Danville's brought the full-court press back on. 20 points wasn't quite comfortable enough.
I tell you, there's been many times I could name you. You know who the teams are. You're down, you're sinking, and they're running that full court pressure, right to the very end.
Yep.
Trayvon Hall takes it to the hoop. He's going to be
passed
fouled.
by Jack Summer there.
That's nice to look up, make him play a little honest defense. So Trayvon is going to the line.
At the line for your Athenians, number 42.
It's been a while since Trayvon Hall's been to the line. We really missed him while he was out. One less option, one less post option. Gave Larry Hayes a few more minutes, that's always a good thing, future-wise. But coming into sectionals, you want to have all of the pieces of your puzzle. Comes Alec Burton leading the break, number 23. Dylan Ware takes it up strong, and he's fouled. So Dylan Ware is going to go to the line.
Well, I think what we don't want this fourth quarter is a big foul fest.
No. Even though they haven't been hitting their free throws. Dylan Ware, first shot's up.
That was an ugly shot.
Telling you, Coach.
I'll say that. That was ugly.
We've seen some teams that could really stroke the ball from the line this year, and Danville does a lot of things really well. But free throw shooting is not one of them. Makes that one. So Dylan Ware, he's got 6 points on the night. Sam breaks that press all by himself, kicks it out to Cameron Harris. Puts up a long three. Oh, I thought Larry Hayes had that rebound. Watch out. Wow.
I think I tend to agree with the Danville fans on that one. That probably should have been a foul.
Got away with that. He was going for the ball at the last second, saw who was coming.
Yeah.
We're lucky that the collision was not worse than that. Jack Summer got that ball. Here come the Athenians. They're down 23 in the fourth quarter. We've got our 4 seniors and Larry Hayes on the court. Jack Summer kicks it out to Luke Dunham. Trayvon Hall's got it on the wing. He's going to take it down low, puts up a left-hand hook. Larry Hayes tried to get a possession. Here comes Cameron Saunders. Larry Hayes is going to come out. Trayvon Hall's going to come out. Jack Summer is going to come out. Jack Summers had a very good game tonight.
Yes, he has. I don't know if that'll be the end of the seniors or not.
I'm not sure if he's going to give them one more bow or not. Maybe in the last minute we'll get him back out there for an ovation. That would be nice. Tell you what, there are some awful good kids. Alec Burton, he is a man, just a man. He has played a really good game. Here comes Cameron Harris.
Hit it, Luke.
Luke Dunham puts up a three. A little strong. Carson Williamson with the rebound. Off the back of the rim. Alec Burton clears the boards. Has Alec Burton been out of the game tonight?
I don't think so.
I don't either. Number 11's got some threes on the night. There's one more. That's Connor Jones.
72 to 44. 5 minutes to go.
Up to a 28-point lead.
Come on,
Carson gets stripped. There's a foul.
He's just really, really struggled tonight.
Well, I'm sure David put him back out there because best way to get your confidence back is go out and do something good.
Yeah, like we said, I mean, I think that's got to be one of the things he wants to accomplish this fourth quarter is get the young guys back with a little confidence.
First, the free throw's in. I took a kid out last night in the 5th grade boys game because he had lost his composure, and I didn't want to get him back in. Well, he wasn't going in, but I got him in with like 7.8 seconds.
Yeah.
But I didn't want him going home crying.
Right.
You want your kids to go home feeling good. Here we go. Luke Dunham's got that ball. Good bounce pass. There you go. Anthony Gonzalez with his first hoop, and Cameron Saunders with an excellent pass. Yeah, but Cameron Saunders has got to be the most unselfish player on our team.
Yeah, he is.
He's a great kid. And he's guarding a man right here. Mother Christmas.
We tried to come double, and he just went right through it.
It's like guarding Isaac for Purdue. That guy can be a load. Carson Williamson going over the top to Cameron Harris. Back to Carson Williamson. There you go. Good job. Cameron Harris has got it. They're trapping everywhere. Gonzalez for a 3. There you go. Guess who got the assist? Cameron Saunders. Oh, nice spin move. Wow. Okay. Austin Cowart can play.
He's got a sister on the girls' team too, and she was
a good player.
She was just named all conference this week. So
hey, you had a couple of kids make the second team.
Second team, yeah. Lauren Kellerman and Addie Laskowski.
2 great kids right there.
Yep, absolutely.
Addie all healed up from her broken nose.
Actually, I don't think it's completely healed, but it's not going to keep her from being able to play softball, so she'll be all right. But I know she just went to the doctor, and they said there's still a little healing to do.
Didn't she catch? She catch last year?
No, I think she played shortstop.
Okay.
And some outfield maybe.
Okay. I was thinking, boy, she's got to wear that mask. Clear the ball out to Karsten Williamson, and Gonzo puts up another 3. Austin Cowart, rim high rebound. Man, they've got some athletes.
Yeah, he's getting the seniors back in one more time.
Danville or Crawfordsville?
Crawfordsville, yeah.
Because Danville hasn't really subbed yet. 79-49. Oh, there's a foul. I think that's going to be in Cameron Saunders. He grabbed his arm. That 32? 24. Yeah. Okay. I'm running out of space to put points for Alec Burton. Shots up. First shot's in. He shot 11 free throws himself so far.
Scores 80-49. 3 minutes to go in the game.
Man. Second shot's up. He hit both this time.
You know, there's just not a whole lot of things to say about it. It was just not a good game. But
it's not. We do have 49 points.
Moving on, we've got the sectional draw tomorrow. So that is Crawfordsville North and South, and Benton Central, Lebanon, and Western Boone, I believe, for the guys.
Yes.
Couple teams will get byes, and the other 4 will play right away. I think it is a 6-teamer.
I think it's a 7-team.
It's a 7-teamer.
I think
you're right.
I brought that with me last game, but I didn't tonight. One thing that we have talked about is broadcasting the sectional game, and Gonzo with a 3-pointer. Trayvon Hall tried to rebound. We've lined up some advertisers. It's a $300 fee now to cover. It's considered a state playoff game. Mm-hmm. And that was Peyton Rue for a 3-pointer. I've lined up 4 people to foot the bill on that. And we're trying to decide, trying to find out if we do one, do we have to do all 3?
Right.
Because originally it was $100. That was no problem. Now that it could be $900. We're talking some serious change now.
Yeah, absolutely. Greencastle's the other team in the sectional. That's what I was forgetting.
And they've got a pretty decent team.
Yeah.
Gonzalez.
So only one team will get a bye, and the other 3 will be playing each other, or the other 6 teams will be playing each other on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Greencastle's another team that we had the lead until the last few minutes of the game. They've great guard play. They've got a kid who can really shoot down there.
Yeah, Greencastle's 13-6. Southmont's 12-7, and Crawfordsville's sitting at 10-10. Everyone else has a losing record.
If you look at the Sagan ratings, we are all right there together.
Yeah,
it's a very competitive sectional. Cameron Harris has got the ball. He's going to go one-on-one. They got somebody ready to double. You know, some nights you're on, and tonight he is. He's probably got 25 points. 20.
Yeah, I don't know if I missed one there when I was looking at some. At least 24. I think I may have missed a free throw or a bucket.
Cameron and Jack both have good scoring games. Luke Dunham all over Peyton Roof, and they've switched. Danville's run a little bit of clock. Now we're getting a little penetration. Peyton Roof kicks it out. A running one-hander, and Cameron Harris rebounds. Jack Summers wide open for a 3. Luke Dunham's open. Jack Summers takes the 3.
Kick it out and kick it over.
Cameron Harris for another 3. He's open. He's open, and he's hitting these shots. It's 84-58. We've got less than a minute to go in the game. This is one of Danville's starters. Good pass. Good pass. I don't know that they're going to play anybody else. Of course, everybody down there has played except number 54. I haven't seen him play yet.
Yeah.
First shot's up, and it's off.
Checking for Danville, number 20, Ben Stevens.
They missed another free throw. I know that's shocking.
Yep. They're getting the seniors out now.
There we go.
Trayvon.
Also checking in for the Warriors, number 32, Garrett Ford.
Second free throw shot is up. Good rotation on that one, and he made it. I'd like to figure up their percentage tonight just for my own. Trey Scorza kicks it out to Gonzo, another three-pointer. Here we go. Gonzalez has got 11 points. Give the assist to Trey Scorza. Less than 30 seconds in the game. Danville's gonna, I think they're gonna dribble out the clock.
Yeah, he wants to. They want him to call a foul so they can get the seniors out.
Yeah. There we go. Cameron Saunders and Karsten Williamson are going to check in. Yeah. We expect Cameron Harris and Jack Summer to walk off the court. Jack Summers got 12 points. I don't have time to count up all of Cameron.
Cameron's got at least 27. And if you look at our score, that's a good chunk between those two.
Those two did a real nice job.
And Gonzalez has scored quite a few here.
Gonzalez has got 11 points here. So the seniors take their final bow. That always sneaks up on you, you know it?
Yep.
Trey Scorza's got the ball. He's going to the hoop. Stop short. Elevates to shoot. And Danville's going to run out the clock. And the final score is going to be 86-61. I'm looking to Coach Welliver to see if we're going to have a post-game interview.
I don't know what the plan is there. I'm guessing Coach Pierce doesn't feel much like talking. But he gets it, and he'll do it if it's necessary.
This is one of those games you knew it was going to be tough coming in. Actually the first quarter wasn't so bad. It was that second quarter and the early part of the third quarter, and then it seemed like Jack Summer caught on fire, Cameron Harris caught on fire. Of course, it was too late by then. But at least our seniors, thought for Jack Summer especially, it was good to see him play a good, solid game again.
Yeah. Coach Pierce is
We're going to hang
up.
around here for a few minutes because David Pierce is going to come up and talk. I'm going to count these up for Cameron Harris real quick, and we'll see.
Yeah.
5, 7, 8, 10 points in the first half. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 6 is 14 in the second half. I got 24. I probably missed a three-pointer someplace.
I'm pretty sure it's at least 27. But
one thing we know for sure is that Cameron Harris passed up Caleb Rasmussen for number 3 all-time scoring list for Crawfordsville High School. And having your name next to Matt Petty?
Matt Petty and Matt McCarty.
Matt McCarty. Well, the Matts were doing pretty well at the top. The crowd's fiving out, and in case you wondered, is Danville for real? They are.
They are for real. They'll, I believe them and Tri-West are in the same sectional again.
That'll be an interesting sectional right there.
That'll be a fun one.
And I don't know where their sectional is being played.
I'm not sure either.
Because that sectional got realigned. Of course, ours got realigned. And, of course, with the girls, we ended up picking up Benton Central.
Right. Lost Western Boone and picked up Benton Central. So,
as fate would have it, of course, Western Boone had a pretty decent team this year. I don't know that they were as good as Benton Central.
No, Benton Central is the real deal.
And of course, the Danville girls are in the semi-state tomorrow.
Yeah, I got a chance to play Greensburg to go try to beat Northwestern, who's going to be in the championship game, I'm pretty sure.
And it seems like Greensburg is in the regional semi-state every year.
Yeah, they're solid.
They got things going pretty well over there.
In a lot of sports,
right?
Not just girls basketball, but a lot of sports.
That community has done well. Seems like Indianapolis, people live in Greensburg and drive to Indianapolis to work.
Yeah.
Some of them drive to Cincinnati to work. That's a pretty decent location over there. Well, this is the last home game of the season, and next Friday night, the Athenians play at Covington.
Mm-hmm.
Covington's got a heck of a team. Their leading scorer is a 6'3" kid. I know his uncle pretty well.
Yeah, I think they've only lost one game.
I'm trying to remember who beat them.
Yeah, I looked it up just not that long ago, but I can't remember. I'll look it up real quick.
They have a good tradition and a great following.
Yeah, it'll be a great atmosphere. It'll be their senior night. And I think they acknowledge every senior in the school. It's almost like a graduation because they do all the winter sports and the band and
everybody,
all kinds of people.
Of course, you know who Al Harden is.
Yeah,
Al played for the Hurrian Hoosiers back when Branch McCracken was the coach, and Al's one of the deacons at my church. And if you walk in that gym with Al Harden, you are somebody.
Yeah.
They don't know who you are, but they're going, man, who's that with Al Harden? You walk into a restaurant with him, it seems like he knows everybody. His father was a barber over there, and, of course, he played basketball at IU and coached at Fountain Central and Denver University and VP of Converse, and it seems like he knows everybody. And I went to a Pacers game with him a couple of years ago. Larry Bird had given him tickets because he had signed Bird to a shoe contract.
Yeah.
And the deal was he signed Magic and Isaiah Thomas at the same time. But Larry Bird said, I'm not going to sign unless I get more money in Magic. So he said, how much more money? He said, at least $1. So when it was all said and done, they met at a McDonald's at, what's that school of Valparaiso?
Uh-huh.
And so Al fed him McDonald's and gave him $1 million check in McDonald's. Can you believe that?
Wow.
Because he had to have more money in Larry Bird than Magic.
Yeah. That rivalry was real. The Bird-Magic rivalry.
That was a good era for the NBA when those guys were playing. In fact, after Reggie Miller left the Pacers, I kind of quit watching the NBA.
Well, I was a little bit that way too. But I'll tell you what, Victor Oladipo and this year's team is a lot of fun to watch. They really are.
I went with Bill Stockwell to a preseason game. Mike Grant at Arnie's gave us tickets. I take Bill to one game a year. Compliments of Mike Grant.
Yeah.
Because Bill is a big Pacers fan.
Right.
He knew everybody, knew where they're from. He probably knew the names of their pets.
Yeah.
But it's a function of time. And as much as I like basketball, that's one thing I kind of cut out. You know, if you get kids, then you get grandkids.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
you know, you can only do so much.
Absolutely.
Yeah. One thing I might talk to you about, you're the JV baseball team. So how long does it take you to discover who your players are going to be? I mean, do you have an idea?
We have an idea right now how we would prep it if we had a game tomorrow. But we don't have a huge roster. I'm not sure what Coach Froge talked about. We're going to have some smaller numbers. So
how many kids you got on the team?
I think it's going to end up in the 24 to 25 range.
That's
something
not
like
very
that.
many for baseball.
No, it's not what we've normally had. Those numbers will go right back up next year. We only have a couple of seniors this year, and we've got a big 8th grade class, so it's nothing that we're concerned about. But yeah, I'll have a pretty good idea of who I'll have and who he'll have. But our 2 weeks that we practice before the season start, or our actual practices before our first game, things can just change dramatically quick. I mean, I've been many times where I think I've got somebody, and before I know it, he's off to the varsity.
And you
it's
have
hard
to be the one
say.
to adjust.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's the way it should be. I mean, I want everyone's aspirations to be on that varsity, and Coach Froge will ask, "What do you think about me taking this guy?" It's like, if you got a need for him, you take him. I mean, that's what I want.
After the Lebanon game, you can have it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
One thing I was going to ask you, in the JV games, do you play 7 innings like the?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And how many games do you play in a season
We
for
got
JV?
28 scheduled, just the maximum that you're allowed to play. So
that's a lot of games. How many of those are double headers on Saturday?
Not a lot. Only 2 this year, I think. And because of some pitching rules that they put into place, some inning or number of pitch count restrictions, we may back off of that a little bit and change some of that in the schedule.
And who keeps track of the number of pitches?
That's up to the coaches or the statisticians. But for JV, it's the coaches.
So you got to keep it yourself.
Yeah, I mean, we have a game changer program that you go in, and it's pretty simple. We'll actually have the players do it during a game. The players that are on the bench will keep that. But
how many pitches do you get a game?
It varies depending on when the last time you pitched.
Okay.
So if you're coming in fresh, I think the rule for JV was 100 pitches, and the varsity up to 120. But what you do is it ranges from like 60 to 120. If you only pitch 60, then you can pitch again 3 days later.
Okay.
If you pitch the whole 100 or 120, you can't pitch for 5 days.
Okay.
So it varies a lot.
They're trying to save arms.
Yeah,
I can
absolutely.
I was just thinking, if you only got 25 kids for 2 teams and you got a double header.
Yeah, it can be tough.
Yeah, that's kind of hard to get enough people to handle the pitching.
Yeah.
Here comes Coach Pierce.
Yeah.
Are you wanting to talk to Coach?
Oh, I don't care. I don't care.
It's up to you.
I can do it. I can do it if you want. How you doing, Coach?
Good.
You hear me okay?
Yep.
All right. Well, tough night. The pressure obviously got to us big time, and I don't know. What do you want to say about it?
Trying to get my blood pressure to go down.
Yeah. I hear you.
We saw this in Tri-West. Obviously, it happened in the second quarter for us here. At Tri-West, it was in the first quarter. When you don't have leadership from the players, when things go south, they'll go south, and it just all collapses. And when things went south, turnover. Like, it was like 2.5 minutes. We had 5 turnovers. But there was no leadership. There was no talk.
Yep.
There's no, coming together as a group. Hey, let's get it done. Let's get it stopped. Even if we have 2 turnovers in a row, like, nobody's like, let's bear down and get a stop because we're struggling right now. It's just individuals just isolated themselves and kind of wallowed in their own misery or walked off because they had a turnover. Next guy in played on his heels. It's like there was no rally. We took a timeout there at the end of the first and still struggled. That's something we got to get better at. We have a lot of great kids, but when adversity hits, somebody's got to step up and be a leader. And we were fortunate enough, in our past 3 years in a row, Trent Johnson was our leader. He was our leader as a sophomore, he was our leader as a junior, and he was our leader as a senior. So leadership has no class or number. It does not have to be a senior. And it's just interesting that when you're at war on the court, it's different. If you lead as a coach, you're going to be in trouble because the players have to lead. And that's where we struggled in the second quarter with leadership.
Yeah, and you're needing vocal leadership is what we're talking about here.
Sometimes it's encouragement. Sometimes you got to get in the kid's face, your buddy. Like, you quit getting beat on the ball. Block out. I did. Yeah. No, you didn't.
Right.
We got to get a stop, and you're not getting it done. All 5 of us have to block. That kind of talk, or a guy's down on himself. Go pick him up.
Right.
What you're talking about, vocal leadership. It can be positive. It can be negative, but it means you care, and the guys will play harder if you cared enough to say something to make us better.
Right.
And we're not getting that. And that's what we got to work on. It's frustrating, but they'll get there. They're a young, inexperienced group that has got to figure out to play at that next level. You got to talk.
Yeah, it was noticeable with just some of the body language and guys were worried about themselves. So I believe that'll get fixed and looking forward. You got Covington next week.
We do.
Another really good team.
Yeah, we're excited. We knew this was going to be a tough stretch. I told our kids, first quarter was okay. We gave up still offensive rebound or 2 that was a putback. But obviously the second half, technically we outscored them by, 2 or 3.
Yeah.
We won the second half. So that means we didn't give up. That's good. But we knew that it was going to be a tough stretch. Tri-West, Danville, and Covington. And it does nothing but prepare us for the sectional. So I'm excited. As much as I'm frustrated, I'm excited because now we get to spend all this time again this week about leadership and owning your role and having expectations for other people than just yourself. And,
right.
Body language is huge. If anybody watches this, tell your son your body language screams louder than your words. And if your body language screams, I'm scared out there, it loses all the confidence in the coach and him playing you. Yeah. If you catch the ball and you're not looking to attack or you're playing on your heels, those are the types of things that we just got to get over. Because I don't know that Danville put that much ball pressure. They contained. I don't ever remember him literally stealing it from us, other than a couple of times. It was us that caused those turnovers because we played timid. And I mean, that's a mentality thing. You need a psychologist for that. And we just got to grow up a little bit and get to that point where when you go to war, you don't have time to wallow in your misery. You got to get over it. Like you can deal with it later.
Yeah, and we talked about it a little bit. I mean, their length is obviously real when they were putting the pressure on, but they weren't right up on you, and they weren't physical. So get around it and meet your pass. We saw people on their heels to receive a pass, and so those are things that you'll work on. You got the sectional draw tomorrow.
Yep, we're excited about that. It's an open sectional. Anybody can literally win that sectional. We'll prepare for it with excitement because we've made strides. Don't get me wrong, as frustrating as tonight is, we've made strides, and it's going in the right direction. A positive tonight, Cam Harris again had a really good night shooting efficiently.
Yeah.
And so that was good to see. But I don't want to go to the sectional and Cam Harris have 60 points and we lose. We got to win a sectional. It's a team thing, and he was not happy, which is awesome. He wasn't happy with the outcome, even though he scored really well tonight. So we're ready. We're excited. Again, it just comes with maturity and toughness. When I was getting ready to leave, again, focus your thoughts on how we played in the second half. Covington, the sectional, all of those things. You got to have positive thoughts now at this point. But we got to control our thoughts. Yeah. We're not doing a good job of controlling our thoughts.
Yeah. Seniors last home game, obviously, and Cameron went out with a bang, became the the third leading scorer in Crawfordsville school history behind Matt McCarty and Matt Petty. So that was pretty cool for him. I thought Jack Summer obviously scored a little bit tonight and didn't necessarily play on his heels for the most part. And Trayvon, coming off the injury, got a couple buckets and got to get up and down the court a little bit, which I think is probably encouraging. And Luke Dunham, darn it, he passed up a shot that I saw right in front of the bench. Wish he'd have taken that one, because I think that one was going in. But anything you want to say about the seniors this year?
Yeah, they obviously we got a lot of basketball hopefully to play, and so we'll get more out of them. But yeah, I'll give you an example. Luke Dunham, and I remember the 2 fouls that he did have. I mean, he was going to war. He was bodying, and sometimes they didn't even call the foul, because he was so aggressive. He does that on both ends. It's just exciting to see a kid with, who comes from a great family. They all do, but Luke just does it really well. He enjoys his role. He doesn't just accept it; he enjoys it. And that was obvious tonight.
Yeah, he didn't back down from Burton's trash talk after the foul on him.
I like
that was great.
That's going to war. That's part of competitive sports. You got to battle. Trayvon obviously is injured, and that's probably why. If you notice, there was a gap there in the second, third quarter. He didn't play.
Right.
He's hopping around, and I said, "All right, you want to go?" And he said, "Yeah, I do." And I said, "Okay." And I said, "But if it gets to a point where you're going to injure it again, let's get out." So,
right.
Really happy with his effort. And then Jack, I thought, was very aggressive, which is what we needed. We needed somebody to be aggressive, and he's known for that, not backing down. I just need him to get 2 eyes. He's got to be able, if we're going to put the ball in his hands, he's got to be able to see the 6'7" kid underneath the goal wide open when his defender falls in front of him. Instead, we take 2 more dribbles and shoot a contested 15-footer. That can't happen, but I'm really happy with his competitiveness and playing hard tonight. And then obviously Cam, he does his job. He does it well. I just need him to expect everybody else to do their job too. I need him to have higher expectations of other players, because if he can do that in these next 2 weeks, he'll, like you said earlier, he'll enjoy how his season ended way more than he would if he did it by himself. So I'm excited for these seniors. They got 2 weeks, and they've been great in practice, playing really hard and getting our guys ready for the sectional, and hopefully we'll be prepared.
I asked the seniors when I talked to them during the JV game what their favorite memory's been so far, and they all brought up the Sugar Creek Classic last year and Janaris' last-second shot. Cameron was real descriptive on it. They need to remember that their best memory is coming up.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Whatever it takes to get to that, and that's, if nothing else, the 4 seniors need to expect to win that and expect their teammates to help get them there.
Yep, and they will, and seniors always do. When it's do or die at that point, they get it done, and it's funny thinking about those kids. If you were to ask me what was my favorite moment with those seniors, and obviously we hope to make more memories, but is watching them grow. Because I remember when Trayvon came, I was like, holy cow! I remember it. You were there.
I know.
And Jack, bless his heart, all of them actually.
Yeah.
It's just watching them grow up into young men, and hopefully they'll continue to grow and be responsible adults, and hopefully be great husbands and great fathers someday. So.
Yep. Absolutely. Well, thank you, Coach, and we will. Well, a bunch of us will be at Covington to watch that game.
Yeah, it'd be a good game to go to. Covington brings the entire town. Everybody shows up, and obviously we'll go to the Beef House afterwards as a team. Thankful to our parent group, but it's a great ball game to go watch. They're the number 1 team in the state. They're 19-1, and they're legit. They've got every position that you need for a team to make a run. That's why they're number 1.
Yeah, absolutely. Their only loss, I think, is to Westside by 1.
Yeah.
And the best part about it, we go to Covington, we get to watch their mini graduation as they honor senior night of 2/3 of the seniors in the whole school.
Again, all of Covington will be there, and all the band.
All righty. Well, thanks a lot.
Now, I appreciate you guys doing this again every time, and obviously this will be the last one this season. But the time and effort you guys put in, we appreciate it. Rhett Welver, Duggar, Tony Thomas, Scott Smith. I don't know if we had Hobson this year, but he's always been here in the group, and obviously you here at the end. But we appreciate it because here's the cool thing. The kids can always go back and see it. And I miss that. I wish I had that ability to do that. And no, we appreciate what you guys have done.
We may have a sectional game.
That would be awesome.
We've got advertisers lined up, but it's a $300 fee.
That would be awesome. We'd love for anybody in the community to help us out to be able to do that because it's going to be a great atmosphere. My guess is there's not going to be too many games that are decided within, outside of 10 points because it's going to be nitty-gritty and pressure breaks pipes sometimes, and it's going to be close sectional. So it'll be fun to watch.
Absolutely.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Well, you've been listening to head coach David Pierce of the Crawfordsville Athenians, and to round out the schedules, next Friday's Covington, but Sunday is the sectional draw, and everybody will be interested to see what happens.
Yep.
And we may have a sectional game, 2 or 3. We do have some advertisers lined up, and we're kind of debating those things right now. So
we're working also on a 7th and 8th grade girls game when we play Southmont, I think, on March 8th.
Sweet.
It's not completely official yet, but it's really close. So we'll figure out something there.
That'll be great.
So there'll be more broadcasts.
Okay.
And then baseball broadcasts will be coming after that.
It won't be long.
Yep.
Okay, well, for Coach Welver, Coach Tony Bean, and for Tony Thomas, thanks for tuning in tonight, and we hope we'll see you in sectional play.